Narcissists love the way that, love what you do for them. The way that they love you is actually the way that you love your phone. Think about this, right? So when you very first get your phone, and you can actually hear the same cycle of abuse that happens with you. You get your phone, the very first few weeks, you absolutely love the thing, right? It's faster than the old phone. It works better. It's more mobile, those sorts of things. Maybe it's more sleek. Maybe it's a bigger in size, bigger screen, better screen because your old phone is now cracked and that sort of thing. But the problem is that when we're talking about narcissists, is that after a period of time, guess what? That phone is just a phone to you. It does everything that the old phone does. You don't love it the way that you used to, right? It's just an item to you, right? It's a possession to you. Now, even though you don't love the phone the way you used to, no one else better touch your phone, right? And when you get a new phone, when you get a new supply, right, you don't want anyone messing with your old phone because it still has all your passwords, it still has all your old photos, that sort of thing, right? So this is how a narcissist loves, right? They love what you can do for them. They love you as a possession, not as a person that should be loved unconditionally and that sort of thing, right? So, and it's also important to know that they lack empathy, right? They lack the ability to put themselves into other people's shoes. They lack the ability to see things from other people's perspective, right? And so what does this mean? That they can come across as they just truly just don't care, right? And there's a strong argument that they don't, right? Because if I love you as a possession, right, then I really don't care about you too much. Right. So I had to go scroll back to the original question over here. So when I partner that up with this question, can a narcissist change? Right. They have no desire to. With a narcissist, if I had to like break down narcissism into just a handful of words, they overvalue themselves and they undervalue everyone else. This is the reason why I piggybacked these two questions, because if I love you, but I only love you as a possession, right? That means I overvalue myself and I undervalue the other person, meaning that they're only around and I only allow them in my life for the things that they can do for me and as a possession, right? So when we're talking about a narcissist changing, they have no desire to. They like what they do. And when we also start talking about a narcissist in therapy, right? When the therapist gets to a point to begin to address some of the issues and it begins to call the narcissist out on them, right? Keep in mind what I just said: overvalue myself, undervalue everyone else. So therefore, if I overvalue myself and I undervalue the therapist, guess what happens? There's something wrong with the therapist. There's nothing wrong with me, right? So what happens is that they go home, they talk to their spouse, and they'll say things like, the therapist has lost their mind. They think this, they think that I'm a narcissist. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they will stop therapy. People who go to therapy, go to couples therapy with a narcissist has shared this experience. As soon as the narcissist needs to be held accountable for anything, right? It's a problem, right? And they want to, and they want to get out, right? They hit the eject button.